There we go, morning coffee on the go. Good morning. Hello, welcome back to From the Ash. It's so good to have you here for another video. It's Saturday morning, the Saturday Club. This is not the Sunday Club, as I have on my jumper here. If you're new to the channel, by the way, nice to meet you. My name's Ash. This is my YouTube channel. I make content that I enjoy and that I think you guys will enjoy as well. So I'm glad you're here. I really am glad you're here. And today I'm heading out to explore the local area. I live just outside the city of Oxford. Oxford is regularly voted as one of the most beautiful cities in the UK, if not in the world. And I'm privileged to live just outside the city. So I thought today I would head into Oxford, have a look around, and we're going to be exploring the Ashmolean Museum. I know very little about it, I've got to be honest. I think there's some quite important artwork there, some quite important artifacts. If you enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Really helps the channel to grow and to get found by more people who might enjoy this content. So give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it by the end. And don't forget to subscribe as well for more content. I've got some amazing adventures coming up later in this year. 2 overseas trips booked for this year to 2 very different places. So stick around for those videos in the summer. But lots coming up on this channel, starting with this trip to the Ashmolean. Let's go. And here we are, guys, the Ashmolean Museum in Oxford. Now, what is the Ashmolean Museum? Well, the Ashmolean Museum is a museum that hosts some of Oxford's most important art and archaeological artefacts. It was opened in 1683, making it the oldest public museum in the UK. I don't really know what to expect. I don't know a lot about this kind of thing, but everybody seems to talk it up and says it's a must-see when you come to Oxford. So let's go and explore the Ashmolean. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of what I was worried about. I was worried that I would come to this museum and not really understand what any of it is. I'm not a big Egyptian history buff, so this room is amazing. Like, there's lots to look at here. I just don't really understand what any of it is, you know? Like, I think if it was a room about World War II history, that I would find interesting. This is just lots of old stuff that I'm sure is really important, and I feel a bit of a heathen for saying this, but I feel like you need to come here with an interest in this stuff to find it interesting, if that makes sense. What does this look like to you guys? Because Joe and me think it looks like a very particular type of thing that's going on right here. What does it say?
Holding his erect phallus.
You know, we were right, we were bang on the money. They like, the Egyptians really liked a bit of penis art. That's what I've noticed so far. They love a bit of that. That reminds me of like Indiana Jones, you know, this sort of thing. But imagine, like, I always think of stuff like this. Imagine being the person who like found it.
Yeah.
When you're out like doing a dig or something, you come across like this amazing thing. Nice. To be fair, that is a very impressive door, isn't it? Imagine that being your front door. Imagine if we put that on our flat. There you go, wooden door from a merchant's house in Saudi Arabia from the 1600s. That's my favourite thing I've seen in the museum so far, would you agree? Joe's just noted this, these doors were acquired in inverted commas, and then since the British Colonial Office, so, you know, should we even really have these in the museum, or should they still be over there? That's a question, isn't it? Right, Joe, call me crazy, but is that not the same sort of plate design that they have in a Wetherspoons? They do have the sort of old lady blue plates, don't they? Yeah, similar. It's like a big Wetherspoons plate there. Obviously, I'm being silly about the Wetherspoons plate thing. I mean, there is a similarity there, but you know, this kind of thing, I can't take it too seriously. I have to have a bit of a joke because I don't really understand it. So, not trying to offend, just bringing a lighter touch to the Ashmolean. There we go. Joe's found her room. It's the violin room. Look at this. Have they got a Stradivarius? Look at this. We just spotted this violin, and it says here that it's the earliest known dated violin. That's pretty cool, isn't it? That we get to see that. There we go. Look at this one here. That's a Stradivarius. So far, favourite things: the violins, particularly the Stradivarius, and those fancy doors. Other than that, not been blown away so far. Shh, don't tell anyone here, because everyone else seems to be having a great time. Joe. Picasso. That one. Wow. There we go, I'm back outside. That was the Ashmolean. I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Only a 6 out of 10 for me, and I'll tell you why. I feel like if you want to come and really enjoy it, you need to either A, come with an interest in those particular time periods of history, which I just simply don't have, or you want to come to learn more about those particular time periods in history. Again, I didn't really come to do that. I just came to have a little look around. The museum side, you know, for that reason, I didn't enjoy it quite as much as other people might have done. The art gallery section, however, loved it. Really enjoyed that. There was some amazing art by a lot of really well-known artists as well. You've got Van Gogh, there was a Picasso in there, although you weren't allowed to take a photo in that room, as I figured out in this clip. Some of the art that we looked at there was from people I'd never actually heard of. There you are, you're right. What have you got?
Yeah.
Were you looking at headsets or something?
No, I just did a £10 donation.
Oh, you did? Yeah, that's another thing to remember. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? That is annoying that that's going off now. That always happens. When you want to talk to your camera, there'll always be a car alarm or some loud person walking past. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait until that's gone off. In fact, one of my favourite paintings, I'll pop it up on the screen now. It was from an artist I'd never heard of. I read about it. There was a plaque there with some information. And for about, well, a good few minutes of looking at it, I actually thought it was a photo. If you're looking to come and see some amazing art, I'd highly recommend it for that. And if you have an interest in the time periods that the museum features, I'd really recommend it for that as well. But, you know, the history side wasn't massively for me, so I'd probably give it 6 out of 10. Although I did really enjoy seeing the violins and those really nice doors. You know the doors I'm talking about. Come and give it a visit. It is free here to come and visit. You can just come and make no donation, but it's good to make a donation because, you know, they give it all for free, so it's good to donate to the work they're doing. So do that when you're here. You can do. Where did you do that?
On the way out.
Just on the way out, there's a little area, like a touch thing. There's like an iPad where you can make a donation. So good to do that and support the work that the Ashmolean is doing. I think, you know, even though I didn't love the history side of it because I'm just not interested in those time periods, I recognise that it's important to learn about it and to find out more about it. So why not come here, find out a bit more about it, and admire all of the archaeological finds that people have spent years trying to find, and they're all here. So yeah, that was the Ashmolean.